Developments in the United States and the dollar strength continue to weigh on global markets, especially commodities, with the dollar rising towards a 4-month peak. The rand has hit a 3-month low, losing 3% as it breaks the 18 rand mark to the dollar, extending losses as part of emerging markets currencies grappling with the implications of a Trump presidency.
The incoming president was campaigning on the back of pro-business policies. Now that he is confirmed as the incoming president, the markets are therefore anticipating follow through, from those policies. And those policies include cutting of corporate taxes from 22% to 15%, a lot of deregulation, in other words, cutting red tape, which is pro-business, and I suppose to some extent, a lot of the, let's say, US policies in the form of trade tariffs against some of the US's trading partners, which is why also major markets are likely to be hit by those tariffs because it means that the dollar has to be strong, as it is protected by the policies. So in a nutshell, it is more a US dollar story and a little less than the rand. The rand is just getting carried along, like with all other emerging currencies against the dollar.
Expectations remain that of an interest rate cut later this month by the South African Reserve Bank. Martin Smith is a portfolio manager at Anchor Capital and explains the implications of developments in the United States in light of the SABC's looming decision.
We're very much in the kind of lower end of the 3 to 6% kind of range that they're looking for. So that, plus the fact that the US have cut rates in the last couple of days, I think we'll see rates continue to go low from South Africa's perspective, 25 bips at the next meeting, I think, 0.25%. And I think while the rand plays a part, like I mentioned, I think at 18, I think we're still okay at these levels.
Economists have also pointed out domestic issues that are likely to have a bearing on the rand's strength and economic growth.
I think if we're to focus on the local factors, one that is definitely not rand positive is what is likely to play out with our water situation. If indeed we end up with a water crisis, then definitely we should see that play out in the currency being weak, a lot further than where we're at now. I think also we need to focus also on our domestic, let's say, fiscal policies. So we are expecting the MPC to continue with the rate cuts. Should there be a change, in terms of what we've come to expect, largely driven by, let's say, the outlook on inflation, then that can also play out in the rand. And you can never discount any geopolitical factors, be it locally, let's say something happens with the GNU, or even globally.
Undermining the rand this quarter has also been economic weaknesses in China, a key trading partner for South Africa. Expectations are also that of a further US interest rate cut in December, which should assist the rand to gain some relative strength. Katlego Logodi, SABC News in Johannesburg.